It's all about education. It's all about information. It's all about entertainment and controversy.
Sambanani, Michael. This is Gaddafi, Manafi, the Entertainment Freedom Fighter. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to today's episode. As I promised that I'm going to do the Gayous celebration music review, album review. So we have seen Horija. Gayous hasn't been growing for a while. Like, they've been disappointing. They've been deteriorating. I don't know who's at fault. I don't know if it's the producer, which is Lindelani, or what a one. I also feel Uti now Gayous you know, like Ngobi is writing, is vocal directing, and because is the MD there. And also I'm an intros. I'm an intros because like even this first song is like 2 minutes intro, you know. So I just feel Uguti, it's just a bit too much. It's a bit too much. You know, with the first song, what I understand is that probably is when the choir is walking on stage. This is me in my head. Like, I should watch the video. But you know how Gayous plays this intro, this long intro, to allow the vocalists to walk on stage and position themselves, and then they will start a song, because this song is like 2 minutes long, guys. So why since I'm an intro mangaga, like I'm a long kangaga, and this song is like I think 8 minutes long. The 6 minutes is the singing, but like, was it necessary? Before, when Gayous was releasing the DVD and the CD, what they used to do is that kulama, you know, these things that are necessary for when you are there, but unnecessary when you are not there, they wouldn't be included on the CD part, but bafaka ku DVD. So ma ku DVD yabona ukuthi why bekwenziwa kanje. But mawulalela I track like on a CD, you know, and audio, it's not necessary, because manje some abantu screaming, you don't know why they're screaming, you don't know why they are shouting, you don't know why, you know, like all of that, what was happening. So if umuntu bengekho lapho, it's not necessary, because the next thing when we skip it to the next song. Like, that's what I do. So that whole intro is just it's not necessary. Ngiyabona kusakhona abo Gen Z. If you watch the video, I'm a Gen Z, you know what's going on, that's still there. So but I think Ngobi is well skilled when it comes to songwriting. I don't like his vibes. They're extreme. They're just too much. Those coming raves, they're just too much. You can't be vying the four. You know, this guy gets to a point where even when he says Satan, he sings it on a C sharp. Guys, I don't understand artists, gospel musicians who are singing about Satan. I don't get it. Like, why are you even doing kulapho kumele ubhimbe khona mawucula ngaye? Futhi he should even be part of this, because every time you mention him, you're giving glory to him. You're giving praise to him. So in my opinion, he should not be mentioned in any song, and like any line. He doesn't deserve it. He's not worth it, you know. And then there's a song, Begani. The guy on my dreads sasekhona lo waqala ifene wacula enye ingoma ayimnandi to that, on that old Gayous. Yeah, but he I can see he's still there, but it's a nice song, Begani, a nice African song, and I saw they are wearing African outfits also. And usibuke guys, ayekho angimonanga lana, ayekho rim ukhona. Okay, maybe ukhona, but I didn't pay attention. Ngegazi lika Jesu, ngiyabona uShezi, Mabusi Shezi. I thought she's baritone. She looks like she's baritone kind of voice. And secondly, I thought she's because I thought she's a Mariah Carey kind of, talent. Never mind the peach. I just thought that she's a Mariah Carey level talented. I didn't know she's like, I didn't expect the Klingum Klava level, so I don't understand what's the hype about her. She's well built, body wise, and she's beautiful. She's Zulu. Maybe that's why people are raving about her, because on vocals, I just don't see what the rave is all about. She also sings off key at some point in the song, but she'll grow. She's still young. Then there is Siak Dumisa by Rorisa. So basically, the song first line is inspired by Public Domain. The entire Gayous, 28 years later, you're going to be inspired by a Public Domain song. How? When it comes to her vocals, they are nicely horsey, they're horsey. It sounds old school, so it takes me back. It's like TBT. But she shouldn't strain it on high notes, because her voice cannot sustain Ola. And then she sings a song with the key Ella, and then her vocals get strained along the way. So she can't do that when she cannot handle it. It should be a short song, at least. If she knows that she can handle 5 minutes, then she should stick to that. But if it's going to be a long song, then she should try and stay here and towards the end go there, because the song is quite long. And then Boingo Madela never disappoints. I'm not going to go dwell on that one. And then there's I'll Bless You, Siaka Kita. Why Public Domain? Why Public Domain song? Like, girl, you can do better. 12 minutes, Public Domain. I see that. The guy who sings Mvane Yopayo. What is that? Okay, we imitate Ayanda Shange. We all can hear that. They looked for Ayanda Shange, like they wanted to replace Ayanda Shange. Obvious. We've come to praise. Nice groove, but I just feel like it's more American. And maybe because they are planning to travel, go back to Dallas to TDJs again. But Hola ya Ishaya Shem. Hola ya Ishaya. Oya Ishaya. All hail, well-written song, but it's Solimuhulu singing all the singing ladies. All my singing ladies. So imagine Solimuhulu singing all my singing ladies. So that tone is just not for that, for this kind of song. Do you know if you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to be singing the ho 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 ha ha ha, get a song that is in line with your voice. So imagine Solimuhulu singing all my singing ladies. It doesn't make sense. So this guy was not supposed to be singing this song at all. Ngizophumelela. Same story here. The Viva is forced, and when Viva is forced, uyayizwa. Ngizophumelela. It's a story song. Also, I don't know what's the purpose of this song. Is it supposed, like, how is it edifying your soul? And why start a song ngesilungu when it's a Zulu song? And amateur artists, you like doing that. You start songs in Zulu, but the title is English. Or you start a song in English, but the title is Zulu. It beats me, because sometimes you think maybe it's the wrong song. And especially when you're not used to the album yet, you're just thinking, oh, maybe it's the wrong song. So try and name the song with the title, language. If it's Vernac, name it in Vernac. If it's going to be English, name it in Islung also. It's not like your target market is white people, because white people don't listen to music. Give me one person, like I'm not jealous. Ubani olalela music wakho? Umlungu? Hayi. So nakhona 10 minutes. Uyandikhathalela. Guys, uNwabisa is singing Uyandikhathalela. And I'm not jealous. If she wrote the song, it's a beautiful, well-written song. But did you know you can write a song and not sing it? Especially if you're not vocally talented to lead. Like, Unwa is not a lead singer. She must stick to a tenor that she's singing. She must stick to costume and makeup. That's where she must stick to, because that's where she's gifted. But with solo, I just feel like it's that thing ukuthi kudala unathi, so let's just give you a song. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessary for, like, she can get royalties by just writing songs. Actually, you get more money by writing songs. You don't have to sing. She's not a lead vocalist. Her voice is not wow. Her songs that she led are forgettable. Can you remember her songs that she has led, like in previous, like, do you remember? Because I can't. Even this one is not going to be my favorite song. And probably if she gave it to someone, it would have been a beautiful song. Beautiful. Because she's beautiful, right? She's very talented, but not on lead singing. And the song goes to, it's like six minutes. Yabona indele lengoma. So when you go to 6 minutes and 40 seconds, go there and tell me what she's trying to do there. Because it's I chazi le nto ayenzayo lapha. I chazi at all. And like I personally feel like if she was auditioned before she joined Gayous, she wouldn't have made it. Like let's take her to people who don't know her, who don't know who she is, with her audition. Sibone ukuthi bazothi yes or no. Because I mean so I will dare uLindelani or Siyanqoba to take her as a solo artist. As a solo artist, let's see who takes her as a solo artist. And have you wondered why none of them is taking her as a solo artist? Why? Aliko lelifana nalo. I think I've spoken about this guy. He does a lot of good PR on his platform. I don't know his name though. Re batho ba moya le go ka rapela ka maleme. That guy, he's a good artist. I love the fact that he sings ka Sepedi, like o bolela o opela ka Segarabo, what it represents, and authentic, and you know, still tseba gore ke mang a opelang, because o opela ka Segarabo and nobody sings like him. I just hope, because I know Lindelani likes people who don't know much about the music business. I hope that he has learned about the music business. You know, like the royalties, and no, I hope ukuthi ikhona arrangement where uthola royalties out of this song. In fact, to everyone who has written a song for Gayous, I hope ukuthi bayazi ukuthi like they have a share on royalties on those songs. Because I know a story where I'm an artist from a long time ago. They don't have rights to their own music. They can't use their music anyhow, even if they're the ones written it, as long as it was recorded by Gayous, they cannot use it. Vicky Vilakazi, for instance, she once spoken about it. She can't use the music because it was recorded there. And this is how many years ago? They started Joyous. They started Gayous celebration. So for her to even say that I can't use my music, I hope ukuthi lama artists that are upcoming on Gayous are learning from that experience. Ukuthi, are they comfortable with that, or is there a new arrangement? Because now they are signed under, is it Sony? I don't know. But they are with the record label now. So I hope they now have the right and access to their own music. Okay. Because you know, it always appears where there's exploitation. You remember CD when she was talking about Malaika situation? Lindelani's name was there, somewhere there. Lindelani chose the song and blah blah. As much as it was written by Ubongani, but Ulindelani ungenaphi lapho. Like, why did they have to mention his name? And especially where there's exploitation. His name always pops up where there's exploitation or non-payments. Inyanda, this song speaks about the future. Sizohamba naye, sizohlala naye, sizolala naye ngomhla wenjabulo. So you're all waiting to die, to dine with him, to sleep with him. And ubani kunengoma bathi akalali akawozeli. Manje nilala naye kanjani? Uyalala uNkulunkulu. Or anikhulumi ngalo mina ngimkhonzayo. Or anikhulumi ngalo wakhuluma ngaye in the Bible. Bathi bazolala naye. Abafundi iBhayibheli. Futhi I heard ukuthi the reason why kunama sponsors like big brands who will sponsor that cellular network MTN ukuthi basponsor Gayous is because they're not registered as you know, gospel, but it's uplifting music or good music or whatever, but it's not gospel. That is why they can get sponsorship on what they're doing, right? So I get why they get like funded by like big brands, you know. But I also wanted to address another issue in this. What was it? Ngizobuya kuyo. I'll come back to it. My biggest concern, Gayous, is that these kids, I hope they are registered with all these organizations in the industry, the Capasso, the Samro, they're registered so that they can properly earn royalties, right? Because it's important. That's what's gonna make money for them even when they leave Gayous and they become solo artists. So I hope they actually are registered. And one of my biggest issues, Gayous celebration, is that they don't do altar calls. Do you know how many people it reaches per recording? And I guess that's why it's business for them, for Lindelani. Yeah? Because allegedly Lindelani Jabu Limtunzi, allegedly they're in a war now. Like there's no peace there. I wonder what the disagreements are, because these two are pastors, Ujabu le Mtunzi. So as a result, I was expecting maybe bazenza ama altar call kuma recordings, because that is the purpose of the gospel, right? But then it also explains why they are funded by corporate. because they don't present themselves as gospel, even though they do sing gospel. And maybe that's why people would say, Wuti, they don't do altar calls because these people, most of them are actually not born again. And I can believe it because there's no altar calls. As in, and that's why they will sell alcohol at these gatherings. And you'll find people drinking there. Like, I mean, like it's a social place, it's not a gospel space. Makes sense in that way. But I'm jealous because that's where you do the soul winning. Maybe don't do it live, but why not do it after the recording? Like, why not call a pastor to come and to lead people to Christ? Because that's what the gospel is. People can dance to your music and go back home. So it's like Gayous music is like a drug where they get high, they feel better when they're there, but the minute they go back home, it's back to square one. You feel me? So I just feel like there is greater opportunity in leading people to Christ when you're going to use gospel music to put them in one place and sing about God. Isn't the purpose, or is Lindelani just about money and nothing else? And you guys in the in members of Gayous, why not raising this topic? Because it's very important. Like, it's so important. You guys, the group is so influential. And if you let people to Christ, do you know how many people will be saved right now? Because most people are following you because of good music. Even though throughout the years, like, you release every year, I don't remember last year's music because every year you release, and now it's fat and craze. Like, highly release the next album, the previous one, everybody's forgotten, unlike other artists. So I feel like Lindelani is a businessman, and that's why there's no conscious of exploiting artists. He'll do it. He'll do it over and over again. I remember I was discussing this with someone who is like a born again, who serves a church, and it's like he was defending Lindelani, like, no, he's a businessman. There's nothing wrong he's doing. So meaning that he's also doing the same. As much as they can be born again, they're not shining any light anywhere. It's like, for them, it's about money. It's about how much they can make out of people, how much they can exploit people. So I don't know if I want to be around those people, because what they do to others, when they come close to you, they actually do the same thing to you. Of which I saw the true colors of this person that I'm talking about, who was defending Lindelani, that actually he's just like Lindelani. So yeah, Gayous Celebration. I mean, this album is not like, it's not a wow album. They do a lot of intros. They do a lot of da, 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 oh. After that intro, like, what was the drama about? So I don't know. There's nothing much to say about Gayous, but to say that you need to bring some soul back into your music. You need to pray, you need to, but well, if you're not about God, if Vele Lindelani is about that money, then I guess what I'm saying is pointless. And why should we call it gospel music then? Why should they fall under gospel music category? And then it just goes back to prove that not every gospel artist is actually born again. And they're saying, Nizopatala, yes. nizoya esirhogweni ngiyakutshela especially lindelani anyway guys, yeah, tell me what your thoughts are about a gay celebration, and we'll see them with the next one, because obviously there's a next one. But I feel like this is the end of gay celebration. I feel like this is it. They have reached their deadline. The end. The end. It's like that T junction. Deadline. Man. Yeah, Mara, they've reached their brim. Huh? They've reached it. They are finished. They must wrap up. Maybe you should do solo artists out of the Gayous. But one thing I know, Noa is not going to make it as a solo artist. She won't. If you want to prove me wrong, ask her to do a solo album. Yeah. And let's give feedback on that. But yeah, I feel that it's over. It's over with Gayous. It's over. What they've given all that they can. Now it's like it's just gimmicks. They must just release a single. But these live recordings that have ruined the entire industry. Every artist now thinks that they can do a live recording with new songs. And back then it used to work because they would release a CD, and then when they do a live recording, everybody's looking forward to the recording because now they look forward to a certain song, you know? But now people are just doing live recordings with new songs, and you see people just dancing. And I think that's why there's public domain songs. Because they get there and then there's Luma, they just dance and they just scream. And have you noticed what they do these fake things? Like they do this fake voiceovers, you know, like where people are like, it's actually not people. This is what they do. You know? This is what they do. This is what they do. That's what they do. So I don't know. But I know that I'm not a fan of Gayous anymore. Since Dala. It has lost that thing, Dala. So I just think Lindelani is like, let me just make money. But then what I'll do though, I'll give it to the band. I'll give it to the band. Ish. I wanna name the band members that I think were doing a great job. Okay. on rhythm section, which is on rhythm section, there's Junior Pecha on keyboards and organ. I think that guy Wamiriri a blonde. Yeah, give a hand to that guy. Give a hand to that guy. A hand to that guy. He's doing a good job. Siyanqoba Mthethwa on piano, who's also the MD. Ntokozo Mdluli on drums. You are doing a great job replacing Osabu. We didn't know what to expect, but you are actually doing a great job. Well done. And then there's Frank Mavimbira on guitar. Frank Mavimbira. Mavimbira. You're doing a good job. Kanji, who's that guy? The guy who was with Gayous for a very long time. You are doing a great job, Nyempela. And then there's obviously Hola Palatse. Hola, I know him from years, like since he was still a baby. As I dlala my keyboard, playing around. I didn't think he was gonna play bass, but he's actually good, you know. The horn section is doing the thing. Down, Tebogo Tau on trumpet, Hosana More or more on tenor saxophone, Kagiso Ramela on alto saxophone, Neo Mohotsi on trombone. No Kimotsevaliana from yes, guys. Like these are my kids. And then there's Tato Ralishrole on bass, trombone. Well done, guys. You did a great job. But this is the end of Gayous celebration. We've had enough. Okay. So I hope that this is the last album, and looking forward to the solo. I think it's time, right? Anyway, this is me on Gayous album review. We don't want another one. Although we've come to the end of the road, but you can't let go. You can't let go. Marisharp. That's what I'm saying. Risharp. It's on the festival. Marilisa recorder. It's on the booking. Like do bookings and I'm booking, but booking, perform everywhere. But when it comes to recordings, I see grand.
It's all about education. It's all about information. It's all about entertainment and controversy. Yeah. Gaddafi, Manafi, Manafi,